So glad that we're here together to be encouraged by these steps of faith. And I don't know what is going on in your life this week, but I believe that you're here for a reason. And that God is asking every single one of us, are you willing to trust me in a new area? You know, when we look back at the Bible, so many times we see, do you remember what I did in the past? And God says, trust me moving forward because you can look and see that I've been faithful in the past. Now, all of us are in different stages of our growth with God. Some of us have many, many years behind us. Some of us, maybe this is the first day. But as we take little steps of faith, we can look back and say, God was there for me. He was faithful. And as we keep taking those steps, it's always a challenge because it's always more than what was before. God says, do you trust me in this? But the journey of our walk with God is that as we continue, we have more to look back on so we can have more to look forward with. Last week I asked if you're willing to take a step of faith to trust God, then to just write down on the connection card, I'm willing to take a step of faith. And I want to invite you all to take out that connection card again. Right inside your program, we have a connection card. I prayed for every person who wrote that down, whether it was a specific step of faith or it was just, I'm taking a step. And right now, I want to encourage you in that same way. If you are ready to say, I'm going to trust you, God, there's something on your heart right now, maybe that you know God is saying, will you trust me? I know that there's pain that you've experienced. I know you don't see the answer yet. I know you haven't figured out how this is going to work, but will you trust me? If you're willing to trust God, you can write that down and say, I'm taking a step of faith this week. And if you want to write down and tell me what it is, I will pray specifically for that. I believe God is going to do amazing things. It's not always the way that we expect. It's not the outcome that we always hope for, but God is doing miracles here every single week. And I can see over all of you here, I can see stories that I've been told by each of you, by different people, different ways God has been faithful. God will continue to be faithful. If you decided for the first time today to invite Jesus into your life and to let him be the leader, to say, God, I'm giving my life to you, then I'm so happy because that's where it all begins. And if you did make that decision, on the front of that card, you can check the box, I made the decision to follow Jesus today. We have a gift for you. We want to give you resources to help you get started. And in just a moment, we're going to have the baskets come around. You can just drop that in here and let your step of faith be something that starts in your heart. You write it here, and through the week, we'll be praying for you. Now, I want to tell you about one special way that we can take a step of faith. It's a way that we declare before I see what God has done, I'm going to declare that he is going to make good things happen. He is going to take care of me. It's something that we want to do even as we begin our journey with Jesus. It's called baptism. Baptism is a sign that says, I'm telling everybody that I'm God's, that I'm all in with him. And even if I don't know how the rest of my journey will go, I know, I trust, I believe that he's going to bring me through it. Back here, we got Pastor AJ. He's ready to go. Guys, we have everything for you. We got shirts and shorts. We got towels. We are going to be celebrating how God has transformed lives today. Even if you gave your life to Christ just today, you qualify because you have decided to follow him and trust him. So if you're ready to be baptized, even while we start singing, you can go back there. You can go see Pastor AJ. We'll get you everything you need. If you've been baptized, let's celebrate as a family. We're going to be baptizing today. This is a powerful declaration of God's love. So join us outside after this song. But as we sing, let's actually go ahead and stand. And we're going to sing as we remember that God has done so much. He has accomplished everything that is needed. And as we put our faith in him, we'll see him do everything that we need in the future. Let's sing.